Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, punters of all ages, we welcome you to Season 9, Round 9 action of Split 3 Ferraris at the famous Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. We're going to have 25 laps of intense endurance action tonight in these Ferraris that are going to bring us a lot of close racing with multiple strategies on the table to play. And joining me here in commentary, we have the one and only Oz Tormenta. Welcome, Oz Tormenta.
Thanks, Devil. Welcome, everyone, to Race 9, the last Enduro before the Super Enduro in Race 12. It should be very good, close racing with the driver skill, tyre wear and fuel all playing a part in this, as well as pit strategy. Joining us on visuals, we have Hannah the Bone.
Hey, how you going, fellas? Sorry for the
Yep.
first take, but Streamlabs had a bit of a hiccup, but all good. We're back now.
Well, it wouldn't be wheel to wheel without a few IT issues. So, well, we've just seen Cyclone Dan has unfortunately exited the room, so we'll give him a couple of minutes before we fire up qualifying. But some strategies tonight. I actually think there's three strategies at play here tonight. Tormenta, which one do you think is the preferred one?
I'd be going 10 laps on softs and then doing the last 5 laps on mediums.
And doing the last 5 on mediums?
Yeah.
So not the middle stint?
No. Try and get away as fast as possible, I reckon. Much due to the pits being long, and then try and get the last 5 out on mediums.
Yep. All right, so I think the other strategies are at play are 9 laps on softs and an extra couple of laps on mediums, and also 8. If you've got good lap speed on medium tyres, then it really gives you the chance to abuse those softs a bit more and get an extra bit of time. At 2.5 minutes a lap, look, your tyre wear and the quality of your tyres can make a big difference to your overall race time.
Yeah, it all depends on how aggressive you drive as well. With me, I can get about 7 if I drive really aggressively, and then the car does not want to just stick to anything. So
yeah.
I just go a bit conservative, and I can get about 9-10 laps out of them.
Yeah, okay. All right. So as we start qualifying now, your picks for this evening, Tormenta. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? Give us one name. Who's going to win it?
Evil One.
You're going for Evil One. Yeah, look, I don't think you're too far off there. He's certainly I would say, short-priced favourite for the evening. Euthrolic Straw is going to certainly challenge him. He's very quick too, and on his night, he's certainly a split 2 driver every day of the week as well. OGR Cyclone Dan is another one. And look, you can never discount Smurf. Smurf, and he's actually in your team, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And I did see him pull out a 27 before, 127.
Yeah, okay. All right, so first out on track, we have Maccajack. He's in privateer this year, so not driving for a team. And following him is Euthrolic Straw in that Mad Max livery that he also ran last season as well. So obviously a fan of the madness.
Behind him we have Palmer in, I think it's Low and Slow.
No, he's no, that's not Slow and Slow. That's V Corsa.
Yeah, V Corsa. And behind him we have Evil One.
Yep. Oh, Euthrolix has got a penalty on his opening lap. Oh, it's only the opening lap, so he's okay. Yep. Cyclone Dan, who's in 5th on the track. He is a Low and Slow teammate of yours. And new to the league this year, showing some good pace.
Not my team.
Sorry, no, it's not your team. No, Old Guy Racing is what OGR stands for, apparently. But next on track is a member of your team, Smurf and your mum.
Yep. Behind him we have Disco Stew in that very chrome silver grey car.
I have heard along the lines that Disco Stew likes disco music.
Oh. Well, with help with the name, goes with the name. So another team racer of mine, X-Pac Champ. an 8.
Yep. Yeah, and look, you guys managed to get a really good pickup in Fixer Chris this year. Has he been helpful with helping you guys increase your pace?
Yeah, he comes on when he gets a chance, and he helps us with how to take corners better and where we can cut them and race lines and all that type of stuff. So he's doing well. I mean, he's top of the leaderboard in Div 1. So
Yeah, look, he's our
doing
Premier
something,
League leading driver at the moment. So certainly a good pickup for your team. And then following him is Bozza, who is also from V Corsa in that Ken Barbie livery that those guys love. They went from the pink Miami Vice style liveries last season to the pink Ken and Barbie liveries this year. So obviously a fan of the hot pink in that team. And behind Bozza, Molten Ash, who is a livery expert, and I can guarantee that for 13R Motorsport, he would be doing the liveries there, and a beautiful looking car.
behind him we have You Throw It Short in Serial Killers. And in 12 we have Ward Dark Berserk, who looks like he's a privateer, unless I'm mistaken.
No, he's in Dam Racing.
Damn right. Okay.
Yep, so the Transformer team. And led by Apex Humper. And last on the track is the Gimp Man, who is a privateer. Runs that 69 on his car, very suited to his name. So Evil One is certainly the one we seem to be picking. What type of what qualifying time for Split 3 is going to get them pole, do you think, Tormentor?
I reckon 126 be up there. Very low 127s, if anything. But 26 will definitely make the position 1 and 2.
And 26, do you think 226 is a acceptable race pace for these guys?
For them, yes, I reckon it is. Like I said, I've done race with a couple of these guys throughout the week, and yeah, that's what they seem to be pulling during racing.
Yep.
So I reckon it's a good race pace for these guys.
Yeah, well, I think a few of the Split 1 guys are doing that, so clearly not a lot of difference between Split 1 and Split 3. So we could see some fairly intense action here tonight. And we've both said that Evil One is a contender, as we see the lap times starting to come in now.
Yeah,
Palmer at the moment on provisional pole. Yes.
226.
Disco Stew takes it. X-Pac Champ takes it. Ooh, we are coming down. Untouchables has posted a lap. Expat Champ still holding, and everyone's crossed the line. So at the moment, Expat Champ with a 3/100th of a second lead over Disco Stew for pole position.
Looks like Maccajack has pulled out, changed mediums, and then came back before it all started to start on mediums, where everyone else is on softs.
Yeah, okay. Well, Bozza actually is still on a hot lap and overtaking a lot of cars that are going slow at the moment.
Bozza and Maccajack, yeah.
Yeah, so only 2 drivers with that opportunity to do another lap, but given the traffic that they're having to go through, they might struggle there. We've got Maccajack is out by himself, so he could have a chance. We'll watch his lap times as he goes around, showing us 6th on the track. Now, I did say earlier that, yes, Evil One would be the one to watch tonight, but certainly Euthrolix is one to look for. Obviously, Expat Champ, he's got pole. Smurf and Your Mum is an expert at endurance races, so he is always one to keep an eye on when it's a long race. But all of our guys that we've named as favourites seem to have qualified down the low end of the grid.
Yeah, I mean, you did pick Disco Stew, and he's not even 100th off X-Pac, so he'll be up there, I reckon. So if those two can get away from the rest of the pack early, they should hold a good lead, but anything can happen. So, yeah.
And I've actually just noticed that Maccajack is on medium tyres.
Yeah,
and so, as is Bozza, as is Gimp Man. Yeah, so that Maccajack, Bozza and Gimp Man all starting on mediums. So no wonder that Gimpman and Bozza qualified last and second last if they've gone out on mediums. Mackajack has clearly got some pace if he's 3/4 of a second off pole position and he's on medium tyres. So, geez, he's not one to discount now either.
No.
We're going to see some intense action tonight, I think, as we come around. Mackajack about to cross the line. Does he get an improvement? Nope, no improvement there. And Bozza, our last one to cross the line.
No.
Nope, no improvement there. So, here is our grid start.
Who are we jumping on board with?
Ooh, let's jump on with Smurf.
Yep.
Back in 7th.
So Mackajack's 6th and he's got on medium, so that's how he gets all how well he gets off the line with all these soft runners around him.
Yeah, he's clearly going to be a bit slower off the line. As we pace says go now, and Expat Champ with pole position in the inside run there. We will lead them into turn 1.
X-Pac and Disco. Impact goes on the inside.
Very clean, very well behaved through turn 1. As we come up for the first time through Eau Rouge and Radion, all in single file. Mackajack in 7th, so Smurf has made a spot on him. But all he has to do really... Oh, we've got a penalty there for Palmer. He's copped a 1 second penalty at probably one of the worst places to get it. And he's burning that. He's gone from 3rd all the way back to 8th, back to 9th, back to 10th. That is unlucky for Palmer. So hopefully he gets his bad luck out of the way early on. So still all playing very nicely. They'll be settling in the first couple of laps. We're seeing Euthrolics having a look, but no. So all single file still as we lead through the first lap. Expat with about a half a second lead at the moment over Disco Stew. And they'll just be looking to follow each other around. The guys that are following behind at the moment, they're going to be saving a lot of fuel and will be, at lap 1, they'll be more than happy to stay behind because you need to be in front at lap 25, not lap 1. Oh, have we got any action here? Is anyone having a crack yet?
And Touchwood looks like he might be having a crack on Disco Stew.
So the battle for second heating up. As we come now on to the back straight for the first time, everyone's still very nicely behaved. Expat really trying to push here to break that toe. It seems to be maintaining at half a second, and as we come down the straight, Disco is able to reel him in with that slipstream.
You sure he must have had a penalty or something, because he's fallen all the way back down to 12th.
Oh yeah, that must have been a penalty.
He's fallen way back off. Same with Bozza, but Bozza is on mediums.
But we've got a bit of a lead pack here now. The top 5, back to Smurf in 5th. He's got a 2 second lead over Evil One in 6th. So Evil One's starting to drop off the pace here. And creating a bit of a bottleneck for the second half of the grid. So following Evil One, we have Mackajack on the mediums. Look, he's in a really good position at the moment. He's in 7th. He's 4 seconds behind the leaders. But getting that medium stint out of the way early and then to finish the race on softs. Have you seen him in practice at all? Is he doing 10 laps on softs? Do we know?
I haven't seen him doing much practice. There's been talk about it, but come race day, your choices change all the time. You can practice one day and then go to the race the next day and you change your mind.
Yeah, look, and through this tight, twisty section here, he's got Palmer all over the back end of him, harassing him at the moment. Bit of a gap out to Evil One now at 1.3 seconds, so Evil One on those soft tyres has been able to pull away. There's at least a good 2-second difference between the soft and medium tyres on this track, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, usually a good second difference, but it does take a while for the mediums to heat up. So you got a lap or two before they actually pick up some good grip.
Yep.
Whereas the softs start wearing off as soon as you put them on, really.
Yeah, look, they heat up a lot quicker. We're over halfway through this lap now, and Maccajack was right on the tail of Evil One at the start of the lap, and we're out to 1.7 second gap now. So we certainly could see, if he can get through these 5 laps and not lose too much ground, he's going to spend the rest of the race catching these guys, because they're going to be doing 8, 9 or 10 laps on their softs. So as soon as he pits, he's going to start catching them again, because he'll get that undercut with fresh soft tyres, and everyone else is worn down. They've done 5 laps already by then. So the rest of the race, he will be catching them.
Well, I'm looking at the difference in tyre wear between X-Pac Champ and Disco Stu. There's not really a lot, but Disco Stu trying to keep up with Maccajack has got slightly more worn tyres. Not quite much, but it's a little bit.
So back up the front of our pack. Yeah, there is a noticeable difference there after only 2 laps. So X-Pac Champ perhaps going for 10 laps. Disco Stu could be going for 8 or 9, looking at that tyre wear.
And Smurf to be able to overtake Moulton up in the 4th now, so he looks like he's slowly wheeling in Untouchables.
Yeah, Smurf's never a man to discount, so he's bringing in the leaders. He's a very hard racer, Smurf, so you know you're in a battle when you've got Smurf, and he's gone purple.
And,
so looking to...
Disco Stu's also taking the lead. With an inside at chicane. I can't find my camera angle.
So we have a new leader, but it is all very tight between these top 3, and really where you are at the moment is largely insignificant. So if I was X-Pac Champ, I wouldn't be too worried about that at all. Be happy to follow Disco Stu around and save some fuel, but there's a bit of a gap opening up already.
Yeah, you got Untouchable all over the back of X-Pac, so whether he tries to do a move down a straight or just sit behind his draft to save a bit of fuel.
Yeah, that's certainly what I'd be doing. I mean, it's a long race, so you've got to play the long game.
Yeah.
So certainly our top 3, bit of a gap now. Back to Smurf, who is in 4th place. But he'll bring that gap in, because if these guys just have a little bit of a battle here and there, that'll be enough for Smurf to then be right on their tail and in their slipstream. He's only just out of their slipstream at the moment. But what Smurf is good at, he's really good at saving fuel. Now he's used a bit more than Untouchables, but he's on par with Disco and X-Pac. So Smurf is known for being very conservative with his fuel without dropping pace. So he'll look to make up some time in the pits as well.
Yeah, he taught me a bit on that throughout the week.
Yeah.
On Friday, he had to save a bit of fuel because I was burning it way too fast.
Yep. And behind Smurf at the moment, we have there's a battle ensuing here with these 3. So we have Smurf, Evil One, and Molten Ash creating a second group at the moment. So Evil One has certainly come through because he didn't qualify that well, and he's up to 5th. So perhaps just had an issue in qualifying, but showing that he's got good race pace.
We do have a 2-second lead between Molten Ash and Palmer, splitting the 2 top 6 drivers, and then the second pack of the drivers, the other 7.
Yep, and Evil One currently holding the fastest lap at 2:27, so certainly showing he's got good race pace, even if he didn't qualify well. And well, already showing that qualifying's not a bit of a bump there. Molten Ash and Evil One had a bit of a hip and shoulder through that right left. And Evil One's the loser there. He's dropped to second on Molten Ash. So interesting to see if there will be a report. Didn't look like there was much in it, just a racing incident, but that has opened that train of three right up now, so no one is in anyone's slipstream. So we have a train of three leading it, and then we have three individual cars by themselves. Now there's a bit of a gap. There's a 1.6 second gap back to Palmer, who is largely racing by himself as well. So he's broken the toe on Maccajack and Darth Berserk behind him, but clearly Maccajack has pace. And he is on those mediums, so really important for him to stick with someone that he can draft with and maintain some pace.
Well, up in first, looking at the tyre wear between Disco Stew and X-Pac Champ as two more laps have gone on, and you can see the tyre wear on Disco Stew's car is really eating up the fronts of that Ferrari, trying to hold that lead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he'll be burning them up to get the pace then. As we continue on down the field, Gimpman is in 10th. He's largely driving by himself too, and Euthrolix and Boz are having a bit of a battle here at the moment. They're side by side down the back straight. Gimpman holds the position. Bozza tucks in behind. So those guys having a bit of a battle, and then following them in last at the moment is Cyclone Dan. So 13 seconds behind the leader. He'll be looking to make up some ground, there's no doubt about that. But as we head back up to the front of the pack, Disco Stew at the moment with a half-second lead over Expat Champ, and those tyres are looking terrible. He's never going to get... Yeah, he's never going to get 10 laps out of those tyres, is he?
No. Yeah, everyone has just taken the fastest lap as well.
Oh, everyone already had the fastest lap.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, he set that on lap 3. So, a bit of a battle here now at the front. Untouchables having a crack at Expat Champ. No, pulls out.
No, pulls out.
Decides that discretion is the better part of valor there, but they are all over the back of Disco Stew now, whose tyres are screaming at him saying, please stop hurting us. As Expat Champ and Untouchables, both their tyres look absolutely pristine. They're easily going to get 10 laps. Disco Stew's going to struggle to get 8.
So true. Evil One's also burning up his tyres badly as well.
So tyre wear is key around this track. Absolutely key.
Going with Maccajack, he just overtook Darth Berserk, who's running on mediums. His tyres are probably starting to warm up now. So we'll be getting some good grip out of those tyres. Well, people like Disco Stew and that are probably starting to struggle with any grip.
Yeah, there will come a time where the medium tyres will be better than the soft tyres. And you're saying that's around lap 5, Tormentor?
Lap 5, lap 6, yeah. That's when they start picking up, I reckon, the mediums.
Yeah, okay. All right, so there's certainly a humdinger of a battle at the moment for the lead of the race. Disco Stew with those tyres that are screaming at him is still holding that lead. I think he's going to pit maybe 7, 8 laps at most at the moment.
It's probably about, lap 7, lap 8 is what I'll be looking at.
So that means he'll need to do 9 laps on medium tyres.
Yeah.
If he does 8 laps.
Oh, and
Expat gets a good run out of the last turn. He's on the outside here though. Disco Stew defending. Will he crisscross? No. Can't get that done. But Untouchables are. Oh,
sorry, Untouchables. Sorry.
I thought Untouchables was going to have a crack there, but no.
He stuck his nose in, but he thought better of it.
Yeah, he must have either brushed the wall or pulled out, because there's a bit of a gap now to Expat Champ. Oh, Expat sideways. This is where we'll start seeing penalties through Radion and Eau Rouge. As those tyres wear down, you can get a penalty very easily there. Normally you can hold these cars flat through that section. Gimpman gets a 1.5 second penalty, as I said that. That is a big penalty.
And they're not light on the penalties through there either.
No, they are not. Well, Disco Stew's still leading the race at the moment on those wearing soft tyres. Expat Champ seems to be very happy to follow him around. He hasn't put up the nose too many times yet, but certainly putting pressure on him now.
Also Disco's using a lot more fuel than.
We got
Expat
a penalty here. Untouchables has copped a penalty. Our third place driver has now dropped down to 6th. Well, he will be cursing there. Frosties are not great at the moment. But hopefully that's your bad luck done with Untouchables, and you can start to make some moves back now because, mate, your tyres are looking fantastic.
Also a battle between Bozza and Gitman in 11th and 12th.
Yeah, those guys have been going at it for a little bit now. So might be worth them two just working together a bit here because, like you said, they're in 11th and 12th. They are on medium tyres, though, both of those guys. So maybe playing the patient game, work together. Now we're doing lap 6, so our medium tyre runners really should be looking to pit soon. If not this lap, definitely the next lap. So with Bozza, Gimpman and Maccajack on medium tyres, let's follow Maccajack in 8th place as he comes through into the last crisscross. No, he's going another lap. Gimpman in 11th. He's going another lap. And Bozza is going another lap. So all doing at least 7 laps on their medium tyres. And as you said, mate, if the crossover time on these... Oh, at the back of the field, Cyclone Dan. Can we get a replay there, Hammy?
Yeah, mate. We'll have a look at that. Coming down to the last corner. Going to the last section. And he goes wide onto the AstroTurf and spins it on the last corner.
Yeah, look, you really got to be careful on that last corner. That AstroTurf will hammer you.
And while we're on that replay, up front, Expat Champ is overtaking Disco Stu again for first place.
Yeah, well, that was inevitable, really. He was going to get him at some point.
Well, you look at the difference between the tyre wear, and it's just, those softs on Disco Stu really want to get off that car.
Yep. So already out to a half-second lead, and it's stretching. And Smurfing Your Mum has moved all the way up to 3rd. So, and following him is Evil One. So the names that we mentioned before the race starting to move their way forward now.
Untouchable is all over the back of Evil One though, so any mistake he'll be looking forward to get back up into 3rd where he was before.
Yep. So as they come through campus now, Expat Champ out to nearly a full second lead. Smurf runs wide in 3rd position. No penalties there though, so you're safe. You can run it wide. Oh, no, he has copped a penalty. He's copped a half-second penalty. Oh, that is bad luck for Smurf. He'd done so well to get his car up. So he's now gone from 3rd back to 5th, and we'll have Molten Ash. Molten Ash will get him, yep. And Palmer coming up behind him as well. He might be safe from Palmer. Yeah, he will be. He'll be okay.
Yeah. So if we go past the last corner now, we find Disco Stu still staying out on those tyres.
Maccajack on the mediums. He is doing another lap. Gimpman in 11th. Gimpman's pitting. And Bozza, our last medium runner, on 11th. Yeah, he's doing another lap.
I'm going to jump out and then jump back in real quick because I can't change my camera view.
Yep. So, back up in the lead of the race. Expat Champ still maintaining that 1 second gap. Not able to get any further ahead of Disco Stu at the moment. But Evil One under attack here from Untouchables, who's fighting his way back. And Untouchables will get him under brakes as we head into Lacombe. Has the inside run. Yeah, very nice move from Untouchables. A little bit sideways on the exit of that turn.
Molten Ash on attack from Smurf as well. He was at the last corner.
So it's all action here at the front of the field at the moment. Molten Ash and Smurf having a battle. Evil One and Untouchables having a battle. Expat Champ sprinting away now. It's almost out to 1.3 seconds. And I'm just looking at those tyres of Disco Stew, and we've mentioned it so many times, but the lap 8, he's got to pit this lap. They are burned to a crisp.
Maybe one more, but he'll also have to go in for fuel as well. I think it's just under a quarter of a tank.
Yeah, he's used a considerable amount of fuel compared to the guys around him. Evil One has also drank the fuel like an 18-year-old who's just got his license to go to the pub.
Same with Molten Ash.
Smurf not too bad. Like there's a big difference between the fuel consumption here as we go through the field. So, and a big difference in tyre wear. So this is going to be interesting how it plays out. Every one of these guys at the moment really just trying to buy a ticket to the last 5-6 laps. So the last stint is going to be a 10-lap stint, or if you're finishing on mediums, it's going to be 5. So really the aim of the game is to be at the pointy end of the field with 5 or 6 laps to go. And we've got another pitter. We've got a few. Evil One's in. Disco Stew is in. Molten Ash is in. So these guys are doing 8 laps on softs. Euthrolix is in.
I want to see how far, because Gitman pitted earlier, I want to see if how far he gets away from these people. It's in the pits now.
Maccajack on those mediums doing another lap.
And Bozo as well.
And Gimpman at the moment is coming up Blanchiment as we head into, and he'll be heading into the last chicane. Everyone's still in the pits. So Gimpman braking as he heads into the chicane, cuts that corner, takes the wide entry into the second one. Really well done there.
Started exiting the. Here comes.
They've started
out now.
So Gimpman, I'm not sure exactly whether he made up any ground, but he certainly hasn't been able to pass anyone. Comes out behind Euthrolix.
Right in the back of the pack.
Yep. So he is on warm soft tyres. Euthrolix has come out on mediums. Molten Ash has come out on softs. Evil One is doing another soft tyre stint. Disco Stew has come, he's put the medium tyres on now. Cyclone Dan is in 8th. He hasn't pitted yet, and his soft tyres are looking very painful. So he's dropped about 2 seconds off his earlier lap times. Bozza on the mediums. Now this is where the mediums really take that advantage. So Bozza on the mediums, the difference between his lap 2 lap time and his lap 8 lap time is 0.2 seconds. So the drop off is insignificant there on the mediums. Maccajack, who started on the mediums and hasn't pitted yet, his last lap he obviously had an issue, but his lap time difference between lap 2 and lap 7, he was actually quicker on lap 7. So that lighter fuel load helping him. So medium certainly giving you a much better long-term performance than softs here at the moment.
Untouchables has gone in the pits. X-Pax has gone another lap. Smurf also going another lap.
Yeah, Smurf will be one of the guys that runs the longest here. There's no doubt about that.
Smurf's tyres are painful.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're right. And his fuel is less than Expat Champ as well. So Expat Champ certainly leading the way here at the moment. He has an 8-second lead over Smurf. His tyres have been the best in the field. His fuel is really good. So his opening stint, which you would imagine is going to be 10 laps, could be the one that breaks this field open, because his fuel is fantastic. So he's going to gap Smurf by even more when he goes into the pits. He's going to have a bigger lead when he comes out of the pits than he had when he before everyone pitted. So Expat Champ at the moment is the one running away with it. Now the question is he going to do his medium stint next, and just try and hold that gap, Or is he going to do his softs and really break the back of the rest of the field?
Well, Touchables came out with Disco Stew passing him.
Yeah, so there's a battle here for third at the moment. Disco Stew leading Untouchables and Evil One.
Evil One.
Disco Stew is on the mediums. Untouchables is on mediums and Evil One is on softs. So Evil One really needs to get past these guys and he needs to do it soon. You can't have two medium tyre runners holding him up. Untouchables defends to Evil One. Evil One tucking it in. He can't get around him there. There's no overtaking opportunity here, but he could get him going into Bruxelles.
Primal One's wide on the chicane, giving way to your Stroke Straw and Gitman.
So the battle at the moment for third is where the action is, though. So let's stick with that because Molten Ash in sixth is he's also on brand new softs, and he'll be looking to catch these guys. And look, the two medium runners in front of Evil One are holding him up at the moment. So Molten Ash is bringing that gap down. It's about to become a 4-car battle for third place at the moment.
X-Pac Smurf will be going to the pit, so it all depends where Disco Stew can come out. And if he
X-Pac is in. Smurf, he didn't have the fuel to do another lap, so he's in.
So it's all Disco Stew, see if he can get up there with whatever time it has left to see if he can take first.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think that he can.
Although Molten Ash has called in the battle for third.
Yeah, he's almost in the slipstream now. He's pulled in over half a second this lap. So even though they're on cold tyres at the moment, he is hunting them down. Oh, Disco Stew loses it going into the chicane. Just outbraked himself there, and that's brought Molten Ash right up to them now.
Get a
so
replay
he is
of
in
that.
the slipstream. As they cross the line and head into turn one, we need to see where
Evil One goes on the inside of Untouchables.
X-Pac Champ.
Just X-Pac Champ. But as these guys might have a bit more speed coming out of the corner.
X-Pac's coming out of the pits. Yeah, X-Pac's got the lead. So, and there's nothing in it though, so it's back to a 4-horse race for the lead. And X-Pac Champ has come out on softs. So cold softs at the moment, and Evil One has got past them. So Evil One is on the warm softs. So he'll be looking to battle X-Pac Champ here, and he's coming up the inside. He's got him. He'll have him before the corner. Molten Ash is showing the nose. So Evil One is our new leader. Now he's done an extra lap. He's done an extra 2 laps on his softs as X-Pac Champ has. So his tyres are certainly up to temperature, and he's looking to break that slipstream to X-Pac Champ. We're out to 7/10 now.
All the way back though, we have a 2-car battle all the way back. And the battle for 11th is the 3-car battle between Cyclone Dan, Bozza and Maccajack.
So Maccajack starting on those mediums, and I honestly thought his first stint was good. It probably went a bit longer than it needed to, but I thought his first stint on those mediums was good. But he's fallen all the way back to 11th place at the moment and 11 seconds off the leaders. He's on soft tyres now, so hopefully he can make up some space. Smurf and your mum a bit sideways there as he heads through campus. Smurf's on those softs, so he really needs to look after those tyres because any sideways movement will certainly heat them up and wear them out really quickly.
So Evil One slowly pulling away from X-Pac Champ. As well as, Untouchable is a little bit wide.
Yeah, Evil One's broken that toe now. So X-Pac is out of the toe, and Evil One is starting to run away with this now. 2/10 through the chicane he put on him there. As we have a 3-horse race for second. X-Pac Champ, Untouchables, and Molten Ash. Now, Untouchables is only just out of the slipstream of Expat here. He's got a better exit coming out of turn 1 there. So maybe if he can get in the slipstream as we go through, what is it, Radion and Eau Rouge, then we could see that battle heating up again.
Molten Ash also coming behind of Untouchables. Might go look for a pass up the chicane here.
Yeah, no, he is, yep. I probably would have just bumped him. They've just got into the slipstream of Expat now. They don't need to be battling at this point, and Untouchable says, no, if you want it, have it. Didn't try to fight it.
I did see him put his blinker on, so I think he knew he was a bit faster.
So Molten Ash now well within the slipstream of Expat, so he can save some fuel here and still make ground on Expat Champ. They've brought the gap down to Evil One now. So we said that Evil One, he pitted 2 laps earlier than Expat. So every lap that goes by, his tyres are going to be that little bit worse. And we saw in that first stint that he actually did use his tyres up a fair bit. So we could see that gap decrease over the next 5 or 6 laps and create a big battle here for first place.
Come back, everyone's starting to spread out. Untouchables and Molten Ash are still behind X-Pac. Oh yeah, alright. Yeah, everyone's slowly starting to pull out of the slipstream, so unless one of them doesn't do I don't know, take a corner well or something, yeah, we won't see a battle between these top 4 anytime soon. Closest one will be Molten Ash to X-Pac.
Yeah, look at, and it only takes a small mistake, a penalty. No, Evil One cops a penalty now, then he's all the way back in 4th. But it only takes one simple mistake here at the moment. Field's certainly starting to stretch out.
Closest one is Disco Stew and Euphoric Straw in 8th and 9th. Also with Palmer.
Yeah, look, there's a bit of a gaggle there at the moment. So Disco Stew, there's 4-car battle there at the moment. Disco Stew, the Euthrolix, Palmer and Maccajack all battling for that 8th place position. Bozza's dropped off a bit, and Cyclone Dan having a nightmare of a night at the moment. He's 45 seconds off the leaders, 30 seconds off Bozza, so not Cyclone Dan's track.
Bozza goes a bit squirrely up through Linda Rouge, as don't see anyone making an attempt on an overtake here down the straight.
Palmer's having a crack at Gimp Man, but no. Shows the nose, says no, not this time, not this time. They're both on mediums too. There's a lot of medium runners there, so Disco Stew, Euthrolix, Palmer, all on mediums. Maccajack leading that next train or Maccajack at the back of that train, sorry, on the softs. Not really able to make huge gains at the moment on the softs like we expected him to. And Bozza a bit further back on softs. But he is hassling Palmer, so yeah, the battle for 10th at the moment with Maccajack on those soft tyres and Palmer on the mediums. He's hassling him, but finding it very difficult to get past.
Yeah, with Untouchables being on those mediums, the top 3 are slowly starting to pull away from him. Up down to a 2.5 second gap now. So those mediums really not making the pace to keep up with the softs at this point in time.
Well, he'll be looking to do, I would imagine, 7 laps on the mediums, judging by the fact that he pitted lap 9. So he'll do 2 lots of 9-lap stints on his softs. So he'll be looking to pit lap 16. He's got another 3 laps to do on these tyres before he can start to make ground again. And at the moment, he's only 4 seconds off the lead. So Untouchables although he might be losing ground at the moment, he's actually in a very good position because everyone in front of him are on softs.
Smurf in 7th is all at the back of Darth Berserk, so being in the slip, he might be able to make the pass down the long straight. Might just bump him. Not too sure, so...
He won't bump him. Smurf doesn't bump. Smurf overtakes. I can guarantee you he will not bump. So 2.6 tenths, 2.3. The gap's coming in to 1.8, 1.6. Duff defends Smurf on the outside. Can he outbrake him?
Yeah.
Yes, he can. Yeah.
I think Duff gave it to him as well.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between the soft and the medium tyre right there. And he's already out to a half-second lead.
Oh, Mackie Jack is stuck his head up the inside of Disco Stew. And backs out, stays behind him.
So Smurf and your mum easily into position 6, and he'll be looking to pull away from Darth Berserk now and make the most of those soft tyres while he can.
Gitman's only 2.5 seconds ahead of him, both on softs, but Gitman's a little bit more worn than Smurf's.
Now I'm just looking at the fuel consumption too. So Gitman and Darth Berserk, significantly less fuel than those around him. So Darth Berserk pitted a lap earlier than Smurf, but I think Gimpman and Darth Berserk have short field.
I think Gimpman was the first one to go in. Remember, I think he pitted. Yeah, he pitted
lap
early.
7. Yeah, he pitted lap 7. Darth Berserk pitted lap 9, and their fuel is the same. So Darth Berserk may have short fueled. Well, he would have. He's running medium tyres. Of course he did. So looking to do a short stint on the mediums, and then go on to the softs to finish the race.
He's still at the back of Smurf, so he hasn't dropped off at all. As Mackie Jack has gotten past Disco Stew, and Bolton might be having a look on the inside, and does it.
For not 10th place, yes.
10th place.
Bozza gets the job done for 10th. So your Throlic Straw leading that little gaggle of cars at the moment. He's a second clear of Maccajack.
And Palm is also in the slip of Disco Stew, so he'll be joining us back down the straight.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's close enough to get a move done here, but Disco Stew could get him back. Mind you, he's on Disco Stew's on mediums. He needs to outbrake a soft tyre runner. He's not even going to try. So that certainly that group of cars battling for 9th place at the moment. You'd even say 8th because your Throlix is only just up the road a little bit.
Up front we have X-Pac overtaking Evil One.
So we have a change in the lead of the race, and that really comes down to tyre wear at the moment. X-Pac Champ's tyres are looking magnificent, and we said that when they pitted, that he's going to have better tyre wear because Evil One did pit a lot earlier than X-Pac Champ, and now X-Pac's looking after his tyres really well, and Evil One is continuing to burn them up. So he'll actually be looking to pit again pretty soon. He pitted lap 8 last time. We're on 15 at the moment. So I would imagine the next lap, he's only got one more lap left in him, and he'll be into pit.
The battle between those two did let Molten Ash catch up a little bit, but he's still a second and a half, or over a second and a half off them now.
We just saw Evil One. He didn't get a penalty, but we saw him run wild there on the Blanchimont straight, and that really is a result of worn soft tyres. It gets harder and harder to hold those lines straight as the tyres wear down, and it's really hard through Eau Rouge and Radillon.
Whoa, who come off? Palmer come off. He's in 12th.
Oh yeah, he's had a big episode there. He's lost a lot of ground. So following Evil One in second place, Hammy. Coming
Yep.
through Eau Rouge and Radion with those worn soft tyres, no penalties, and he's able to hold it. Molten Ash very wide. Will he escape a penalty? I think he will. He kept two tyres on the ripple strip. He'll be okay. But his tyres are wearing down too, and that's what happens as the tyres wear down. You find it much harder to hold those lines through those fast sections. Harder to brake, harder to do everything.
Mackie Jack coming up on your solid straw now. Doesn't have a look too far back.
Yeah, look, the battle for 8th place between Euthrolix and Maccajack really heating up. Bit of a gap at the moment to Bozza. But there's nothing in it between... as Euthrolix runs a little bit wide, he's not going to lose anything there, though. As they come through Stavelot. I think that's how you say it.
I don't know. You probably know more of the corner names than I do.
No, sorry, it was... who knows?
Darth Berserk, though, is flashing, so he will have to come in this lap.
Yeah, he will be in. So he did shorts Phil, so he obviously was intending to do the 9-7-9 strategy.
Same with Molten Ash. So those two definitely coming into the pits.
They will fill their tanks up, put some soft tyres on it, and go hard to the end. So back up in the lead of the race now. Expat Champ is out to a 1.5 second lead over Evil One. Now we expect Evil One to go into the pits at the moment, at this end of this lap. They're coming through Blanchimont and about to come into the chicane. Expat Champ continues on. Evil One looks to the pits. Yes, he's in the pits. So he'll be putting those soft tyres on. Molten Ash is in the pits. Untouchables goes around. Gimpman is in. Smurf is going around again. Darth's in.
Straw goes out. Maccajack continues.
Oh, there's another one in. Who is that? Disco Stew's in. Palmer coming around now. He'll do more laps. And Cyclone Dan, he'll do more laps as well. So Expat Champ now with that pit stop, a 6 second lead over Untouchables. So Untouchables with that penalty earlier has fought his way back up to second at the moment and is finishing his medium tyre stint. So his first pit stop was lap 9. So 9 and 9's 18. He'll be looking to do 7 laps on these mediums. Oh no, he's doing more than 7 laps.
Maccajack comes on the outside of the Euthrolic straw. He breaks it out there. Euthrolic keeps fourth. Goes a little sideways.
Euthrolic sideways through Lacombe. Stick some more heat in those tyres, Euthrolics. Get a bit more grip. Get it sideways.
It's the fuel that's making him slide. It's too light. But Bob's is actually been able to keep up, gain ground on them. But yeah, he'll lose it going to the pits this lap. He's flashing.
Bozza will be doing his last stint on mediums.
Euthrolic might stay up for another lap.
So Expat Champ, he's got many more laps he can do on his softs. His tyres are looking fantastic. He stretched the lead out by over half a second so far this lap. Untouchables is on mediums, and he can do more laps. Will he do more laps? And Smurf and Your Mum has fought back as well after his early penalty. He's in 3rd position, 10 seconds off the lead. And running his own race at the moment. He's all by himself. He's 4 seconds behind Untouchables, 6 seconds ahead of Euthrolics. He can just put down nice, neat lap after lap at the moment.
Euthrolic will be going in as he started flashing.
Yep, Euthrolics will be in. Maccajack is in.
Bozza.
And Bozza. So all 3 in. Maccajack has the most fuel out of all of them. And he's done his medium tyre stint, so he'll fill up, come out on softs.
Same with Rolly Straw coming out on softs.
Yep.
Not sure. Palmer's also in.
Yep, Palmer's in. He'll be getting off those mediums, so he's done his stint now. Evil One in 8th, who was in 2nd place. He's coming through the chicane. So, and on to the main straight.
Might pull out in front of one of them, maybe.
I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be in front of all of them. Yeah, comfortably clears them. So Evil One all by himself at the moment. His next target is Expat Champ, but Evil One finishing the race on medium tyres.
Maccajack comes out in 8th. Right along with Darth Berserk. And Disco Straw comes out. Same with Disco Stew. Also out as well. Palmer's just left the pit. So everyone except Expat Champ, Untouchables and Smurf need to pit. Pitted, sorry.
Yeah, okay. About 3 litres at the moment, and they're 40, 50 seconds of clear, so I would imagine that Expat is going to pit and come out with the lead still. I don't think Evil One, he's 50 seconds behind. I don't think Evil One will be able to overtake or get any sort of undercut here.
At best, he might come out in the middle of the pack, but that's about it. I don't see him taking the lead, being 51 seconds behind.
Expat, when Expat Champ chooses to pit, assuming he doesn't make a mistake, he's stretching that lead every lap over Untouchables. Untouchables pits.
It pits. Smurf stays out again.
And Evil One is a long way back, so I don't think Evil One's going to get Untouchables even at the moment. He's only just coming on to Blanchimont at the moment, so he's a long way back. That will follow Evil One as he heads down this long back straight into 6th gear, through that sweeping left-hander and into the final chicane, braking hard at 150, back to 2nd, back to 1st, takes a wide approach into that left-hander and onto the main straight. So Untouchables is still filling up with fuel, and he's been released now. And back on the track, he is ahead of Evil One. There is nothing in it. So Untouchables finishing the race on softs, Evil One finishing on mediums. Unless there's an error here on Untouchables, then I would imagine he's got 3rd place secured. Just really depends on the lap times and whether or not Smurf and Expat have any issues. So had that earlier issue with, a bit of bad luck with his penalty, but has fought back well to get back up to 3rd. And showing really good pace now, and being able to finish on soft tyres will certainly help him. And look, he only has to do 7 laps.
7 laps, yeah.
Yeah. So tyre wear will not be an issue for him.
Yeah, just looking at the difference between X-Pac and Smurf, and X-Pac still being in the lead, slightly better tyres and fuel, so unless he's fuel saving or pitted later.
Well, he's out to 12 seconds now. His lap times are going at 2:29 for the last 3 laps in a row. And Smurf is average 2:29, but his last was 2:30.
Really needs to... His tyres will be looking to get off that car though.
Yeah,
especially after this lap.
Yeah, the tyres down the left-hand side of his car are really hurting at the moment. So Smurf coming into the chicane, is he going to pit?
No.
No, he's going another lap. So Untouchables 37 seconds to the rear of Smurf. I would be pretty confident in saying he could well get Smurf in the pits. Because he will be bringing that gap down at the moment with his perfectly fresh, grippy, soft tyres. He's put a 1.6 second gap on Evil One at the moment.
We've got a battle between Gitman and Melton Ash for 5th.
Yeah, they are battling heavy at the moment. Gimpman showing the nose but pulls it in. So Molten Ash on mediums, Gimpman on softs. You would expect Gimpman at some point to get past him here. Gimpman's just done his quickest lap of the race. He's posted a 2:28.1, so only half a second off the overall fastest lap time, which is still held by Evil One from lap 3.
X-Pac Dan, Cyclone Dan has gone into the pits. But X-Pac and Smurf definitely hopping in the pits this lap.
Yeah, they've run out of fuel. They don't have fuel to do another lap, so they'll be finishing on their medium tyres, doing 5 laps on those. They'll only need to put half a tank of fuel in, so there's a chance they could hold on, or Smurf could hold on to second here. Expat will definitely come out of the pits in the lead. I've no doubt about that. It's certainly been the Expat show here tonight. He's been clinical the way he's run it. If we look at his lap times, they are all 2:28s, 2:29s. There's very little difference at all between his lap times. I haven't seen him get a penalty. He's been able to run the race relatively solo, had a bit of battling, but really just been able to put the head down and run every lap as consistently as possible, and that's what he's done.
Yeah.
So into the pits he goes. Smurf and your mum, who's 13 seconds behind now, coming into the final chicane. He'll be going into pit, cuts that heavily. And Untouchables 47 seconds to the rear of Expat.
As you said though, Gitman has overtaken Molten Ash and he's slowly wheeling in Evil One. Just under 2.5 second gap between those two.
Yeah, Gimpman's coming home with a head of steam. His fastest lap was lap 19.
Untouchables going through the last chicane now on the straight.
Smurf is only just pulling into his pit bay. Expat's done his tyres, he's done his fuel, he's out. And he's out in the lead.
Yeah, and he's gone.
And it's a comfortable lead too. So he's doing his final stint on mediums. Untouchables, who is 4 seconds behind, is on softs. So we could have a battle here. Untouchables really has fought back hard after that earlier penalty and got himself up into second, and I think he's okay. I thought he was going to get another penalty then. So Untouchables certainly in a position now to steal first place off Expat Chair, because he's got warm soft tyres. And he only pitted 2 laps ago, so he doesn't have to worry about tyre wear. He's going to be fine. We're down under 3 seconds now, so this battle for the lead will heat up, and Untouchables could be the one to take it away from Expat, who's really been the man setting the pace all night.
Gitman really up the back of Evil One, really looking to take 3rd position.
Yeah, Evil One's struggling on those medium tyres at the moment. His last lap was a 2:30. Gimpman's was a 2:28. So he'll be all over him by the end of this lap. And he's already in slipstream. So he'll be looking to make a move really quick and get on that podium. Oh, yeah, he's all over him. Evil One defending as Gimpman goes, no, can't go the outside through there. So Campus, you just really need to hit those apexes. There's no overtaking opportunities here as we head into Stavelot. Stay on the rear end of him through here. Try and get a good exit onto the Cube Porphyria. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's my crack at it. As we head into Blanchimont, he's pulled out. Maybe pulled out too early, but no, he's got the overspeed. He's got the position at the moment, and he's on the inside for the chicane. Yeah, look, Evil One's let him go there. There was nothing he could do about it. And he's already out to half a second lead. So Gimp Man storming home in that 69 car.
Back to first though. Just a 2-second gap lead between X-Pac and Untouchables.
Yeah, look, Untouchables will be watching that gap come down, and so would X-Pac. So they both at the moment would be having very different thought patterns. X-Pac thinking, geez, how can I hold this bloke off? I've got to do another 4 laps still. And Untouchables just saying, keep this up. All I've got to do is keep doing this, and the race is mine. So we said earlier that maybe Frosties aren't great, but perhaps that was a call that was made too early. And Untouchables has just gone blue in that sector, so that's his fastest sector of the race so far. He's got the head down. We're down to 1.5 seconds now.
Bozzer has also pulled out the fastest lap.
Yeah, he has. Bozzer's pulled out fastest lap. He's stolen that from Gimp Man now. So clearly on a charge at the back end of this race. We said all we had to do was buy a ticket to the last 5 laps. Well, Untouchables has bought his ticket. He's battling Expat Champ to get this lead now. We're at 1.3. Is he going to cash the ticket in and get that lead? We're at 1 second now. It's about to drop below a second. They head through campus. This is where soft tyres will be really beneficial. We're down to 0.9. As we head into Stavelot, once again, this is where soft tyres will be beneficial. We're down to 0.8. Back out to 0.9. Must have had a bit of an issue there for Touchy. But he's got the exit as we head on into the Blanchimont straight. He will be in slipstream by the end of this straight. And he'll have 3 laps now to line Expat Champ up and get past him. His tyres are looking great. He doesn't have to worry about tyre wear. His tyres are going to be great all the way to the end. He's in slipstream, so we head through the chicane. So we'll keep an eye on that battle now, because this is the battle for the lead.
Clearly going through the pack, there is no one else battling. That is where all the action is.
So heading into La Source, we're now at 0.5 of a second.
Definitely in his slipstream now.
Yeah, and you'd be expecting he'll make a move heading into Lacombe. He'll follow him through Eau Rouge and Radion. We're less than a third. He's definitely close enough here to make a move. Expat will defend. He'll stay on the inside here. He is defending. Touchy goes further to the inside. He's already got the job done before the braking zone. Purple again through that sector. And Untouchables takes the lead in the race on lap 23. So he went from 3rd to 6th with that penalty early on and has fought back magnificently. Now taking the lead, we head into Bruxelles. And through this section is where the soft tyres will really excel over the medium. So he needs to put a gap on him and break that toe so that Expat Champ can't fight back. And he's done it. He's out to 0.9. Yeah. He's out to a second.
Yeah, easily pulled away from this.
Yeah, so really keep it on the black stuff. Oh. Really wide through there. 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. Expat is now back in the slipstream. That is not what Touchy needed, but it's exactly what Expat needed. So he will be in the slipstream heading down Blanchimont straight. You said it was around lap 5, lap 6 where the soft tyres started to lose their advantage over the mediums. That's going to give Expat really 1 lap. So he needs to stay on his tail here until they start lap 25, and then Expat might have a chance. Oh, looks to the inside. No, not this time. Oh, yeah. He just outbraked himself there. He was in the slipstream, didn't counter for the extra speed. Gave Untouchables a bit of a touch. Untouchables not quite untouchable there. But we'll do a dive through the rest of the field and come back to these guys to finish it off. So Gimpman in third place. He's driving all by himself at the moment. He's really hunted them down over this last stint on the soft tyres and has made up some ground. So Evil One at the moment in fourth, and he's leading Molten Ash, who's right behind him. So Evil One on those mediums, Molten Ash also on mediums, but there's a big difference here in tyre wear. So Molten Ash's tyres are significantly better than Evil One's. So certainly a battle there for fourth at the moment, heating up.
Also for sixth between Smurf and
Maccajack. Yeah, Smurf is defending sixth place at the moment. Smurf finishing on mediums and Maccajack on softs. But Maccajack's tyres are looking ordinary as he goes to the inside. He can't do it. He can't do it there. Yes, he's on soft tyres, but they are worn compared to Smurf's.
Do you think Maccajack was in front of Smurf at one stage? Because Smurf did go wider in the last corner.
Yep. And then behind them, we've got Darth Berserk in the middle of a train here at the moment. So he's in seventh place following Smurf. Following Maccajack. And Disco Stew within half a second of those guys. All these tyres are looking really bad as we get down the bottom end of this field. Euthrolix is in 10th.
Just over a second, Untouchables was made on Expo.
Yep, and Bozza at the tail end of this train at the moment in 11th place. He's finishing on softs. We've then got Palmer well back at the moment, and Cyclone Dan, who's circulating well. He's getting good speed at the moment, so it's a shame he had that issue at the start, because he's doing 228s, 229s on his softs towards the end. If he hadn't had that issue, he certainly would have had the pace. But Expat Champ now all back up to the lead, Expat Champ all over the back of Untouchables as we come through the chicane for the second last time. We're starting the final lap, and here is where the medium tyres could have that bit of an advantage over the softs. So we've got a battle here at the moment. Touchy on the softs. Expat on the mediums. The fuel is flashing for Touchy. Expat's got a bit more, but he's certainly got enough fuel to get home. As we go through Eau Rouge and Radion, they are nose to tail still. A little bit squirrely for Touchy. No penalties. Will Expat have a go? Touchy's defending. He's right on that line. You cannot get any further to the right-hand side of the track than Touchy is right now.
Oh, goes the outside. No, pull back.
He can't get him there. Touchy a little bit wide. Expat is all over him. He'll have the inside run. A little bit of hip and shoulder action. There's nothing in that. That's just pure racing battle. Still only a 10th. Touchy really tight hugging that curve there through Bruxel.
Expat looking for any little mistake.
Yeah, he's all over him here at the moment. Both get a good exit through there. And Touchy holds it into the inside for a bit longer. You've got to go wide as the entry into that corner, and he does. Still only 2/10 in it. They are nose to tail as we head into campus now. Typically, this is where your soft tyres would have the advantage, but Touchies are worn, and Expat is on medium tyres that look brand new. Now as we head into Stavelot, Touchy's still holding him off. Expat surely is looking to line him up heading into the chicane.
Looks like Touchy
we're out to half a second. Yeah, we're out to half a second now. This may be enough for Touchy to hold him off. The gap is coming down. It's down to 4/10. As we head down Blanchimont, Touchy trying to break the toe. He's weaving to
He's
break the
cutting
toe.
down.
Oh, both wide through there. No penalty, though. Touchy defending as he go into the final chicane. Yeah, gets a good exit there.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth through there. Yep, well done, Touchy. That was a fantastic race. Strategised that to perfection. Expat Champ bringing home second. Gimp Man with a storming finish to bring home third.
So,
Evil One
Evil
leading
One.
a train here at the moment in fourth place. And yes, he'll get fourth. He's Maccajack behind him, then Smurf, then Disco Stew, Euthrolix, Darth Berserk, Molten Ash, and then a bit of a gap back to Bozza, and a big gap to Palmer as he comes through the chicane now. And gets set to cross the finish line. Cyclone Dan, it has not been Cyclone Dan's night. He's finishing off down through Blanchimont at the moment. So what a race, gentlemen. Untouchables had that early hiccup, knocked him from third back to sixth, and then just played the MasterCard with his strategy, and obviously had very consistent good pace through the rest of the race, and with a few laps to go, he bought his ticket to the last 5 laps, and he spent it.
Good battle, though. Good battle for the last enduro of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we would expect here in these Ferraris. They do produce close, tight racing. So, serial killers on top in split 3 tonight.
The Frosties did it.
A big win to Untouchables.
Yeah, congratulations on Untouchables, X-Pac, and Gitman.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a fantastic evening of racing here tonight. The Ferraris and Spa have shown that they can produce fantastic action. Thank you to Tormenta for joining us here in the commentary box.
No problem, had a well of a good time here watching these two.
And thank you to Hammy for the superb job on visuals as you do every time.
Yeah, thanks guys, that was a great race.
And we've all got races to go and do now, so wish you gentlemen good luck. Wish you more luck, Hammy.
Yeah, cheers guys. Yeah, you're in second split too. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll chase you down, Hammy. Don't worry.
Yeah. We'll have a good battle, mate.
For all our viewers at home, until next week, keep the tyres straight and in between the lines.
Yeah, cheers guys. Just go